No better friend, no worst enemy. Imagine 20 angry Marines charging at you. Now imagine those same 20 Marines protecting you. There was a time where the world lacked dangerous men, and we as a whole suffered. To be virtuous, you must be dangerous. A good man is a virtuous one. Thank you for sharing these next 5 minutes with me. I want to emphasize the consequence of not being dangerous, what it means to be virtuous. What does it mean to be dangerous, and how does that correlate to our everyday lives? Why we should all strive to have a little danger in us. This is a valuable and important message. When a tyrant ruled and killed unjustly, there were people who stood by. The failure of individuals to embrace the courage to stand up and speak out can come from a lack of value towards being dangerous. Some people wanted to do something about it, but couldn't. In Germany, 1933, there was an evil tyrant called Hitler who ruled the lands, and it took dangerous men to stand up and take down his regime. Now imagine yourself put in that position. Join his army or die. Do you possess the ability to say no? You had to have been dangerous to say no. The ability to set boundaries and have consequences when those parameters aren't respected comes from being dangerous. Bullies and people with power alike still exist in this world, and hardships will come. To have the ability to stand up straight when everyone else takes a knee, you would need to be dangerous. We would all live a different life if not for those people who stood up and sacrificed for what was right. Martin Luther King Jr. believed in nonviolence, but lived a dangerous life. You can say that he was dangerous, but danger does not mean violence. Crossing your boundaries should come with consequences. People, including yourself, will likely respect your nose more if you walk around dangerous. According to the Webster Dictionary, danger is a noun. Exposure or liability to injury, pain, harm, or loss. Used as an adjective, dangerous means involving possible injury, harm, or loss, able to cause physical injury. Not only tyrants, but also life will throw obstacles your way. Sometimes you have to physically move obstacles out of your way. The unexamined life is not worth living. Plato's apathy. You will have to face losses and take risks to examine the full depth of life. Complacency is killer, both in our personal lives and in society. Virtue can get confused with safety and agreeableness. Injustice thrives when we remain silent, choosing safety and not to disturb the peace or cause a scene. So what is virtue? True virtue is not about safety, comfort, or pleasing others. It's about having the courage to take risks, challenge norms, and stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult. A virtuous person is not someone who avoids conflict for peace. Virtue is staying true to your word, overcoming circumstances that come along your way, along your journey. Virtue is protecting those closest to you from harm. Virtue, regardless of outside sources, means you remain true to yourself, walking the path with no guilt. Social construct, tyrants, and creations of our own chaos can cause fear. Danger can be the antidote to this fear. Imagine yourself as dangerous. You can combat these fearful thoughts. Use all that animosity and primal energy of wanting to hunt and get after things to get after the things that you want. What would you have done as faced with these challenges? How would you react if a German knocked on your door to join the army? Do you possess the ability to say no? Are you dangerous enough to set your boundaries straight? To be dangerous, we first must challenge our value system towards it. Think about those 20 Marines from earlier. You would want them to be dangerous and ready to risk their lives to protect you. Those are good men. I was born in Nicaragua at the end of a war era. I joined the Marine Corps at 17, and I'm currently a boxer. I practice combat on a daily basis. My life got better when I learned to value myself and to be dangerous. Violence refers to the use of physical force, power, to intend harm or damage people, property, or systems. I do not like violence, but I have experienced peace in my life knowing I can protect myself. I'm very comfortable being myself everywhere I go. I feel I can protect the people I love and the community around me. I feel I can face any obstacle, and I feel confident knowing what I'm capable of. To achieve the comfort of danger, we must learn to fight. We must learn to live in the wilderness. Learn to tactfully engage in mental battles and have disputes. Push the limits of what you think is possible. Danger also doesn't mean physical. It's also a mental battle. If you truly want to be a good person, and more specifically, I talk to the men, think about how this can relate to your life. The first step is to restructure your value systems and how we view danger and virtue. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener at war. Miyamoto Shahishi, The Book of Five Rings. I implore you to go do something that scares you. Take a risk and stay dangerous, my friends.